Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be speaking about the aspects that I think are important in a relationship. And when I wrote this list, I had romantic relationships in mind, but looking at it, I actually think it can go for any relationship really, any kind of relationship in life. So, let's start. The first on the list is respect. Okay, this is a very important point for me. I really do value respect a lot. And people have actually, if I think back to my high school days and college days, I've been told that when they first met me, some people were intimidated by me because I demanded respect from the get-go. And I think I've actually relaxed from that. Okay, I've definitely relaxed from that as I've gotten older. In general, though, I just think that it's very important to have respect for the other person, as well as having respect for yourself in any relationship, because it speaks a lot for how you're going to treat yourself and how you're going to treat the other person. So, keeping that in mind, it's a simple one, it's a common one, but it's an important one. So, number 2 on my list is communication. Again, it's one that's common, that you hear all the time. But again, I have a belief about cliches that it is a cliche for a reason. You hear it all the time for a reason. It has some value. It has some aspect that is important to take note of. I think it's another one that kind of speaks for itself. But ultimately, if you can't communicate with the person, how are you going to get along with them? How are you going to understand them? How are they going to understand you? It's something that is just elemental in relationships. And I think deep down everybody knows it, or at least they're aware of it. But being aware of it and actually applying it in your relationships in life are two different things. And I think every one of these things on the list is actually something that we all need to be working on all the time. Number 3 on the list is giving time, allowing time. So what do I mean when I say this? Okay. When we go through things in life, whatever it may be, as an individual, we always need some time to ourselves just to get back to who we are, what we're about, what's important to us, what leads us in our lives. And it's always important to give that time to ourselves. But in a relationship, it's just as important that we give that time to the other person, because everyone heals and grows at their own rate and in their own time. So keeping this in mind, allow the other person the time that they need, whenever they need it, for whatever they need it. And it doesn't hurt to give support as well through any hardships they may be going. In fact, it's things like this that actually make any relationship stronger. Number 4 on the list is distance. And when I say distance, I mean allowing the other person to live their life. In a relationship, yes, it's two people that are together, but you have your own individual life, and so does the other person. So allowing that distance. I know in romantic relationships you always hear about allowing your guy to have a boys' night out or allowing the girl to have a girls' night out. It's really just allowing that distance from one another, that separation, that time of separation. And they say distance makes the heart grow fonder. Again, it's a cliche, but it has meaning. And number 5 on the list is compatibility. Opposites do attract, but not completely. the North Pole will always be the North, the South will always be the South, right will always be right, left will always be left. You need to have compatibility with a person to really have a good foundation in your relationship with them. And I mean, if you think about family relationships, sometimes you may not be compatible with someone in your family. But again, it is another thing that can be worked on. Compatibility at the end of the day, to me, and the way I choose to see it, is all about how I choose and decide to be around the other person, to treat the other person, to associate with the other person. So if I can do that comfortably, freely, and it feels natural, it feels normal, it feels good, I know I'm compatible with this person. And again, it's just like respect, it's a two-way thing. Everything in a relationship really is a two-way thing. We need to work on things together, and sometimes we need to work on things separately. And sometimes we work on things separately that help us be stronger together in our relationship. So that is all for today. It's just a short, sweet video, just 5 tips, and I hope that this was helpful, or at least I hope I gave some insight. And thank you for watching through to the end. I hope you have a good day. Bye.